Harbor in Baltimore. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. This is Quinshawn Judkins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 14. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Yeah, really with I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rapping, pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers, pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it'd make it richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quick.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing is Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The Ravens are 12-2 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Hey, sit on. Sit on. Hey, report. Sit on.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
He turned it.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at this defense, they're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
This is 2nd and 8.
Deputy! Cougar 19! Ready.
On the zone read, this is Jenkins. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Rig alert! Rig alert! Mustang 19! 19 tight! 19 tight! Cup 19! Cup 19!
They'll drop to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he will have the Ravens 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
DC, ready?
Now it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Brings up 4th and 1.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
41-yard line.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
Real quick.
2nd and 10.
13. And it's not.
Again, Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Ready?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, come on.
Now Jackson. Now he overshot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Results in a 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. Anybody more power? Mom, also dangerous. Y'all talk our way.
The Browns drive about to get started. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone. And look like they have a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Drop 50.
Back to throw. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. Still on his feet. Jerry Jeudy. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, 81 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point just does sneak over the bar. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No, we change it.
Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson now. That one into the hands of Flowers. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw is Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Chloe, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred in the strange. From the outlaw that I'm leaving.
Second and 9.
Yo. Hey. Sit up.
This time Jackson will throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not much happening on the return as we get this to about the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Panther 60, go!
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
No, we changed it.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
Conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2. They don't get it.
The score, Ravens 19, round 7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's going right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Luke now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
Okay, ready?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Looking to throw. Jackson. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad Douglas. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
18 Cardinals, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Shot alert, shot alert. Check smash, check smash. Ready, ready.
Now a toss left side for Jenkins. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
70 Lions. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll get it down here to the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
77 yards.
7 yards. And it's third down.
Warriors 70. 60 Maverick. 60
They'll
Maverick.
bring a receiver in motion left.
Go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
1918.
They'll set up a throw. And he is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Check. Ready.
Now the former volunteer is Dylan Sampson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Second down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Press all 80.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Street. Trap 50. Ready.
Out of the gun now on third down. They'll swing this out to Judkins. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshawn Judkins, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get a bit closer. Now for the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Now it's Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lamar changing the look. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 19-point game.
33, Browns 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Hey, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Browns 14. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd and 9 now. Completes the pass to Judy. Got a crossing pattern. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen for Jenkins. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Let's go. Cavity Lions. Cowboy 8. Steady up.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 19.
The Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Starts on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 23-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 23, here's the second down and 6.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cougar 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 3. They run over center with Mitchell. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Jackson to throw. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 7 yards. And the Ravens are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has now been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, Browns.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Hey, pass.
First down, right back to Judkins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Third. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Ready, break. 70,
They'll try and run here with Judkins. And they needed 2. They can only get 1. 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try it now with Judkins. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defensive legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
At the 35-yard line.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Jackson. Finding Walker complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Ravens start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now 3rd down and very long. Back to throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Again,
here's Jenkins. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Back to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Look at the big man rumble. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Off the RPO, he completes it. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Okay, ready? Ready? Check smash. 70 Lions. Go street. Go.
A give up the middle, Jenkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Down at the 20-yard line. Mike Green able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Oh, look at the juke. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.